Gang? What's good, everybody? What is good, geeks all over the globe? We'd like to welcome y'all to a brand spanking new episode of Cuz We're Geeked here on the Glow Sun Geek YouTube channel. Here's your boy, Real.
It's your boy Will, and you know what to do.
Yes, sir. We are back with another one, guys. Listen, today we have a very special episode here, guys. It's another spoiler edition. Spoilers. So we're going to be talking about the most anticipated movie so far this year for the MCU, and that's Black Panther Wakanda Forever. So listen, guys, if you have not seen the movie, please, we definitely are going to tell you, go see this movie. You need to go see this movie, y'all. It's a very good movie.
Facts.
Uh, Will has seen it twice now. So listen, go see this movie if you have not seen it. I guess we kind of did already gave away what we think, what we think about the movie. We haven't got our scores out yet, but we have given you the idea that you need to go see this movie. We're out here with our shirts on. You know what I'm saying? We representing out here. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it, cuz what we're gonna do, give you our positives, give you our negatives, and then we're gonna also give you our final scores out of 10 for this movie. So let's get into it, man. Uh what were your positives in this movie today, man?
Uh, so they didn't. I love how they didn't stay with the. You know how we was talking, well, like the expectations. It basically be like a homage to Chadwick to T'Challa. What I love about what they did was it wasn't too long. The thank yous. It was kind of like it was like at the beginning you had it paid homage at the movie, and then at the end you had another set of pin homage to him. And I think it was perfect. It wasn't too long, wasn't brief either, or too brief either. So it actually, to me, felt like they did it the right way. Just uh, the overall movie was really good. Like to me, it didn't feel like 3 hours.
Yeah.
They had so much going on to where just being able to have everything connected because they actually started late. So what I enjoyed a great deal. One of my complaints for the MCU so far in this phase has been that they haven't really connected to the TV shows, to the movies. They did it once with WandaVision and Doctor Strange, and haven't really done much since. But with this one, I've really they did they did it again, having what her name,
Riri
but
Williams.
huh,
Riri Williams, Ironheart.
yeah, her Riri in it, but uh, Julius Louis Dreyfus.
Oh, Madam Hydra.
Yeah, having Madam Hydra in it, coming from the Falcon and Winter Soldier show. So actually having her on there, to me was huge. Having playing it wasn't like uh, overbearing, but she had a big role for what's coming down the pike. So I think they did really good with that. Then the fact of the biggest question of who's playing Black Panther, what are they going to do with T'Challa? I think they did a hell of a job answering both of those questions. But I don't want to say that to you. You get yours. What you think? What's your positives?
Man, there's a whole lot of positives, man. Let me start with, like you said, paying respects to Chadwick. They did it very respectfully, very classy. Like you said, they did it at the very beginning, before the opening credit scene, before the opening crawl. They did it, and then at the end, they did it again, kind of giving us one more kind of send off for him before the movie ended. Um,
Yeah.
Listen, bro, I really did enjoy this movie. Um, it had a little bit more heart to it. Didn't really see a lot of laughing moments. It was treated a little bit more serious because of the circumstance we had with Chadwick Boseman. Um, I like I said, we can get on that last part here in a little bit. Let's say that for last. But yeah, just um, you know how I feel. I was part of the look. We need to recast T'Challa. We're gonna get into all that here in a little bit, but I like Sherry's growth. Um, and Baku too, man. Baku completely changed. He's a little bit more mature now.
Yeah.
It seems like he's a great leader too. He's starting to turn to be a great leader. But let me get on the main villain of the movie, bro. Listen, we have been for years wondering when we were going to get a Namor anything, right? Folks been asking when we get Namor, when we get Namor. We kept hearing these rumors. I think there was a rumor that James Cameron was attached to a Namor movie or something like that, like years ago. I can't remember. I might be off with that. And then, like, Namor's rights were owned by Universal, which is one of the reasons why we never seen Namor in anything in the MCU until now. And I think the rights got reverted back over to Marvel. Um, but listen, I I've had my opinion. I guess I could touch on this on the negatives. But listen, they did Namor. Like Like I really feel like sometimes we see these comic book movies and it's like, man, that wasn't him. Like we read the comics like that's nothing like that guy or whatever. Or could do a little bit better with that guy from what we know him from the comics. Listen, they did Namor. I think
Yes.
I think with this Namor, he was a little bit more what's the word I'm looking for? I guess understanding. He was a lot more kinder. I mean, he had his moment, in the movie.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like he
Yeah.
was nice and all that. He had his moment where you can actually sit and actually talk to him and get him to understand a little bit. He might have he still had that stubbornness like Namor has in the comics, a little bit there, but at some points in the movie though, you actually I felt like you can actually relate to him. You can talk to him without him blowing up like he do in the comics. Because some like in the comics, Namor is stubborn as hell. Like once he has his mind set up, that's it. You know what I'm saying? And so I like the way they kind of carried that. I like Namora. I like how they did Atuma. I got a theory on that too, bro. I want to get on here later on in the video. With those two characters. Um, but yeah, just Namor's strength, man. Like in the comics, like people don't like if you don't know. I was trying to tell my wife, I'm like, listen, in the comics, like Namor can go head to head with the Hulk. Like the dude is that strong, man. Like he's extremely powerful. Like how they were showing him weaving cats in the air and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Namor, bro. Like that dude is a beast, man. Like that was the one thing I was looking for. Like, man, how they gonna treat this dude? Because if you go back and read them comics, Namor is not nothing to play with, bro. That dude is not nothing to play with. Like, folks just think like, oh, he just swim, got a little fin. No, no, no. Namor is like strong as hell, bro. Like, that dude is powerful. Like like I said, the way you saw him in the movie, yeah, that's Namor. The only thing, like I said, the only thing probably I could say, like he really didn't show was just how strong he is. You saw he damn near took out that little bit of an army that the Wakanda had that first time. You know what I'm saying? And we said like, yeah, we'll be back, and when we come back, we're gonna flood Wakanda in the world or whatever. So before he did that, when he had that fight with them, he was weaving all of the shots and all that. That's Namor, bro. Like Namor is a beast. Um, and another positive I liked the fact that we now have confirmation. Remember, I asked you this a few shows ago. I think when we talked about the trailer, and I asked you, I said, do you think that they're going to say Namor's a mutant? And they did.
Yeah,
I was in there
definitely.
like, my wife was like, oh, is that a bad thing? No, 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 that is a great thing. We were just talking
Yeah.
about this. So now,
Mm-hmm.
remember, I also asked you too. I said, look, do you think that they're going to slowly start, you know,
Trickling in.
slowly introducing the mutants in the MCU? And they're doing it.
Yeah.
We had it with Miss Marvel, which, like I said, technically she's supposed to be an Inhuman, but that's fine. We'll
Yeah.
long as you get the mutants in here, we be good. We'll work with the Inhumans later. Um, she was the first mutant. Now you got to name more with the wings because I was sitting there like, okay, if he has the wings on his feet, that's a mutation for him. So I'm like, so are they gonna touch on that? They're gonna say he's a mutant? And he said it himself in there, which I think he had a interview too, like a while back, and somebody asked him that like, is Namor going to be considered a mutant? And I think he said, I think he pretty much said yes. It wasn't confirmed that he said yes, but it said in so many words, he pretty much said yes. And so now we have it confirmed. Like he said himself, he's a mutant in the movie. So it's confirmed, y'all. Mutants are slowly becoming, a thing here in the MCU, and I really can't wait. I had some negatives I wanted to touch on, but like I said, we're gonna get into that here in a little bit. I think some other positives. Um, listen, everybody act their butt off in this movie, man. Angela Bassett,
Hmm.
man. There's already rumors right now that she might be in the running for an Oscar.
Yeah, I
I'm just
mean,
like, man, that scene, bro, when she passed, I don't think it was a dry eye in that theater, bro. I think if you didn't have a tear dropping, you was kind, it's watering. You was watering
yeah,
because even Terry was messing with me. She's like, you was crying on that part one. I said, I mean, I watered a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wasn't crying, but it was trying to get me. Trying to pull them
yeah.
heartstrings, bro. You know what? That scene it reminded me of Marisa Tomei's Aunt May scene when she died in
Yeah,
what was it? Far From Home? No, not Far From Home.
yeah.
No Way Home.
No way home.
No Way Home. Yeah, man, that's kind of like that. It, like hits you. It's like, bro, you trying to make me
Yeah.
cry? It's like you trying to make me cry in the movie,
I see
man.
what you're doing. I see what you're
Yeah, I see what
doing.
you're trying to do, man. Trying to pull them heartstrings. Um, but yeah, man. Do you think that Namor is going to be back in
Oh,
some?
absolutely.
I,
Absolutely.
bro,
I
cause
think
listen. Oh, go ahead.
'cause it's funny, second to my wife after the movie tonight, and she was asking about it. I was like, yeah, he's going to be back. He has too big of a role to not be back. Like you don't have Captain America, you don't have Iron Man. You're losing some major characters, so you need to bring in major characters, and Namor is a major character to bring in and to keep him in. So yeah, he's going to be around.
Because I thought about you when you talked about some characters that you wish that they didn't kill off and all that stuff in
Hmm.
previous movies, and I was sitting there when she was saying like I'm gonna kill him. I was like, no, maybe she'll like kind of have second thoughts about killing him because I did not want her to kill him. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Namor that dude, bro. Like if y'all don't know, like Namor is that dude, man. Like
yeah.
that's why I was sitting there after when she didn't kill him. I was like, thank you. And so um, when we saw him kind of talking about the fact that I told my wife this when we left. I said I think that he's going to be. Not only is he going to be in another movie, I think he's going to be in like say an Avengers movie or something like that. Where because you heard him say like, what did he say? He was like, "Yo, the surface in Wakanda something's going to
It's
happen
coming
to
after
him, and
Wakanda.
and they're going to probably need our help or whatever." So when he said this, okay, yeah, he'll be back. He'll be back.
Yeah,
I can see him being like an Avengers or something like that, man. Like say Kane and the Secret Wars or something happening, whatever. Earth
yeah,
going crazy. They can use his help. They can use somebody as powerful like Namor, man. So
yeah,
yeah. Um, you got any other positives, man, in the movie?
yeah. But we'll talk about that then. We'll talk about
Oh, okay. You talking about that then?
that.
Trying to think.
Yeah.
Is anything else other than that?
Mhm. Good
Um,
storyline. To me, I it's not too many second movies that's better than number one. I think this might be one of them.
yeah.
To be
I was
honest,
just I was about to ask you
first
that,
one was
man. Like,
better.
did you not only the fact that you think it's better than the first one? Like, what did you think for a movie being the last one of Phase Four? Phase Four been it had his hits and misses, mostly misses, but
Yeah, this,
uh,
yeah, this was a hit. This one could carry Phase Four to actually being a legitimate phase now.
and
Because
listen, it stuck the landing for sure. It definitely stuck the landing.
yeah, yeah, they needed this win. They needed this win for this phase, and they hit it. They hit it absolutely.
It reminded me of the last episode of Loki.
Yeah,
Because the Loki series, like, so it's okay, it's okay. Then
yeah,
he with that
yeah.
laugh, you're like, oh, okay,
Okay, okay, yeah.
okay,
Finally,
yeah.
I finally pulled it out. I finally
Like,
pulled
yeah,
it
you flipping in the air, okay, that's nice. Then you land without stumbling. Oh, okay,
out.
you get it, okay,
So y'all
gotcha,
got it. Y'all got it.
gotcha.
Yep. Yep.
Um,
Basically, yeah. Basically that.
so let's go ahead and get into the what negatives did you have in this movie, man?
uh, I, I it's tough. I was just in it and just was emotionally just ready for it. Uh, I don't know. I like right now. I don't know. I have to watch it again. Like, give it the third time. Will give me the more critical. It's I mean, you had like some. It'd be nitpicky. It's just.
Yeah, that's what I got. So I got some nitpicky stuff.
Yeah, like when. Uh, Angela was swimming down to save Riri. They had to string the slow down Riri so Angela could get there in time. So it's stuff like that. It's nothing major, but it's just movie stuff. But outside of that, no, it's such a great movie. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna have to watch it again and give it the critical eye. Because at this point, it was more like enamored than just breath of fresh air.
Right.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. For one, I think I talked about this before. I don't like the fact that it was not Atlantis.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean,
I love the way that they did it though.
no. I'm not saying like what they did is cool. It's cool how they did it. It paid homage to the Mayan Aztec culture. It's just that
yeah,
I think I heard people saying like the reason why they didn't do it because they didn't want people to be confused with Aquaman. And it's like, look, man, we're to the point now. It's like people are not stupid, bro. Like I think they can, yeah, I think they can differentiate. Like 'cause Aquaman's
I
part of
don't know.
DC, Namor is part of Marvel or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't. I don't know. We was headed to the movie tonight. My wife said somebody on her friends list was talking about Warner Brothers helping uh, Black Panther distribution or having Black Panther distribution. Like that makes no sense. Like no, like half the fight that Marvel had with Sony is distribution. So why are they
right?
just gonna give distribution to WB over this? Like
Exactly, and that's a rival studio. Like, why would they do
it's
that?
like no, this
No,
no, it doesn't happen. Okay, what were you saying?
no. No. I mean, like I said, it's just a little nitpick. It's just a little nitpick.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's cool the way they did it or whatever. There was some other stuff. I know there's gonna be another nitpick. I did not like Sherry's suit.
So my thing was of who she saw in the ancestral world, in ancestral
Mm-hmm.
land. I think that's why she went with that one. So
What?
she
No.
kept the
I'm talking about
vibe
just
with.
in. No, I'm not talking about why she's using it. I'm talking about like just in general. I didn't like the suit. Like
Okay,
the Black Panther suit, like T'Challa, his two suits were very simplistic. It had
yeah,
nice designs and all that stuff, but it was still very simplistic. She just had a lot going on, bro. Like it was a lot of
yeah,
gold and little dots and little
yeah,
triangles all over the place. It was like just keep it very simplistic, man. You got to do
yeah.
all that extra
But
stuff with it, man.
I think that's her though. Like T'Challa, he's noble. He was simple. For her, she's more tech savvy, and
Right.
then seeing Killmonger as well. So I think it was a mix of her and then putting in Killmonger as well. So her tech side, her extraness, especially when it comes to technology. Like she loves her technology, so that's why I would expect for her suit to be extra. And everybody else, yeah, I would expect for it to be simple, straight to the point, and being able to get what they need. But for her, if it would have been more like T'Challa, I don't think it would have been her suit. You know, I think
Well,
it was
like I
her.
said, I didn't. She didn't have to be exactly like T'Challa. Just
Yeah,
because if you think about it, even Killmonger's suit was pretty simple. It just had like it had Black Panther, it had black leopard uh
yeah,
dots all over it or whatever. Other than that, it was pretty
yeah.
simple. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, it was just a little too much on there. The another negative too is I think I touched on this too. Like Shuri had no combat experience.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And for you to beat Namor, which who has combat experience, just because you
yeah,
took a heart shaped herb, that doesn't give you combat experience. Yeah, it gives you superhuman strength and speed and stuff. Yeah, but you got to know how to wield that type of power. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
Namor's been doing it for 500 years, so he knows how to fight. So you know what I mean? Like that was another one too. But we were say
I know. I was about to say. I think that what got it more possible was what she did in the ship with him, being able to drain him
yeah.
the way that she did to keep him away from water. I think that was the only chance. Like, I think if they the way that he was going in and out the water fighting, she wouldn't have had a chance. She would have got her ass whooped, like just straight up. It would have been bad. But keeping him out the water, draining him the way that she did, I think that was the only way to for her to have a chance. Because yeah, oh yeah, she just watching her fighting, it wasn't anything special, you know. When
She was
you
just like
watch,
she was like moving quick and all that stuff. Just
yeah, yeah,
getting
you can see
moving down.
it was more just strength and just moving quick.
Yeah.
Like when you see Killmonger, when you watch T'Challa, when you see these the other Black Panthers fighting, like you can see that these dudes, folks are actually fighters. The people that they're going against are fighters, and if they're not, then they're just going to walk through them. So that's why, like when T'Challa and Killmonger fought, it was such a good fight because both of them are fighters. So that's why it was such a great fight. And but for her, yeah, to me, I have the same attitude for her as I do with Superman. I need for you to learn how to fight. So in case you don't have the power, I
Yeah.
need for you to be able to throw the jab. You know, there's some quick jabs and
I
some
think
quick
Superman will
moves.
though. Here in
Yeah,
these future movies, I think he will. I think he will actually be Superman, the Superman that we
yeah,
know of moving forward. But no, that was just a little nitpick, man. I wish you know, excuse me. I wish her suit had been a little bit more simplistic.
yeah.
It was one more.
Understandable, understandable.
There was one more thing too. I was gonna say, man, I didn't like Angela Bassett dying, man.
Yeah, that was
Oh, the Queen, Jesus, man, that was just.
yeah.
I feel for Cora too, because when she got fired or whatever, when they let her go,
Oh,
I was like,
yeah.
dang, man.
Yo, I'm not even gonna lie. I was nervous with her when she was on the bridge fighting,
Yeah, I
and
was
it was
too.
this
Cause
guy.
Tara was gripping my hand, she squeezing my hand, like, no, she's gonna die. I'm like, please don't say that. Please don't say
It's
that,
like I'm not ready. It's like if something happens to this woman, I am not ready.
bro.
And
Oh,
oh
so the suit that she had, that blue suit that like she can fly and all that stuff. So that's in the
yeah,
comic. So the shirt my wife had on today,
mhm, yeah,
it's based off of that comic that so suits came from. It's the I can
yeah.
I'm blanking on the man. Matter of fact, Cameron knows that he had the comic. Um, Matter of fact, Ed knows too. Ed read that book, and I cannot think of the name of the writer. It's like one of the most popular, award-winning comic book runs of Black Panther. It kind of like set the whole entire tone for the Black Panther that we know right now.
Okay,
Um, but yeah, that suit is in there. So supposedly they're supposed to be having a Disney Plus series coming out about that group with those suits and all that stuff. Um,
very fun.
yeah, so I haven't heard anything else about that. I know they talked about that like about 2 years ago. I think Ryan Coogler was talking about that because that's when it was kind of around that time when they were like, "Oh, we don't have to. It don't have to just be about Black Panther. It can be about anybody in Wakanda." It's like, bro, like just give us Black Panther. That's what when people think of Wakanda, they think of Black Panther. No
Yeah,
disrespect to the Dora Milaje, but nobody thinks about the Dora Milaje. They think about Black Panther. So
yeah,
give us Black Panther, but they might be giving us Black Panther they might be giving us what we wanted after all. Cause you ready to get into it?
yeah, man. You know it. You know it.
All right, so um, didn't think there was an end credit scene. I heard some people saying there wasn't an end credit scene, but there is an end credit scene, y'all. Not like the end credit scene that y'all are used to, but this is a very special end credit scene. So um what's Napina Wango's character's name? I'm blanking.
Nikita.
Yeah, Nikita. She was not in Wakanda, of course, y'all know, in Infinity War. She was not there. So come to find out, she was in Haiti the whole time. Um, she has been in Haiti. So what? T'Challa in the movie has been gone for a year. He's passed away. He's been gone for a year. So this is not within the 5 years of the blip, which we kind of thought was going to be the case. And when I learned at the beginning of the movie, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was upset. I was like, well, damn it, then how you gonna bring back T'Challa? Unless you do a multiverse thing or whatever. And I don't want to do it that way. I want this guy to be the T'Challa going forward.
Organic.
Yeah. But anyway, so there is a year gap. She comes back after that year, and come to find out she has been gone for 6 years from Wakanda. 6 years. And for good reason. So, folks were wondering why she hadn't come back. She didn't go to T'Challa's funeral, none of that. For good reason. So Shuri is visiting her home in Haiti. She's sitting down by the beach. She's burned her funeral clothes. It's probably like a kind of a ritual thing for them. And she's kind of reflecting on her life, with T'Challa and all that stuff. And so Nakia comes down with her with a little boy and introduces him to Shuri and introduces him as her nephew. So come to find out, T'Challa and Nakia has a son, and this boy has been there in Haiti for 6 years. So T'Challa has a 6 year old son. But get this: that 6 year old son's name is T'Challa.
Yes, sir.
I forgot what his. So okay, so they didn't say it was T'Challa at first. They said it was a Haitian name. I forgot what his Haitian name
Uh,
was.
uh,
Uh,
it starts
uh
with a T.
yeah, I'm blanking. I apologize, y'all. But then, like before the scene ended, he said, "But yeah, that's my Haitian name. My actual name is T'Challa, son of T'Challa." So I say that to say this: for those people who were like, man, we gotta recast him, man. Like we want T'Challa to be Black Panther. We might be getting our wish, y'all. We might be getting our wish. Let me shout out to Kevin Feige. Motto on this show is Kevin Feige we trust. I know Phase 4 has his hits and misses, but he always comes through. So it's a way to not only pay homage to Chadwick Boseman, but it also gives the people what they want. So instead of you recast somebody to kind of like, hey, that's a lot of pressure to take on that mantle after Chadwick Boseman. Like, yeah, you're the new T'Challa, so instead of doing that, just make it a whole nother character, but with the name. So what they can still do is a lot of the storylines in the comic books that's tied to T'Challa, you can still do that because this character technically is T'Challa.
Yep.
So that way you won't forget the legacy of Chadwick Boseman while also keeping the legacy of T'Challa technically. So great. I did not see that coming. So when after the movie, when I saw that part, I looked at Terry. I said, "Thank you." I had to apologize to Kevin Feige. I was the whole time I'm sitting there like, bro, like I don't like we need T'Challa. Like I don't no
Mhm.
disrespect to Shuri. Yeah, I saw her in the movie. Like she's real frail. She's small. Just don't. Yeah, nah. I want T'Challa, and then with the way the movie started out, we were thinking like, damn it, it's gonna be hard to recast T'Challa if y'all completely just said he died. But they did their thing, man. What's your opinion on that?
I mean, it was fantastic. So, his name is Toussaint. Toussaint. I might,
Toussaint or something like
like,
Toussaint or something like that.
yeah, Toussaint, something like that. I might be my pronunciation more like this wrong. But yeah, that's his Haitian name. So yeah, they did. It was perfect. So yeah, Sharice's down at the beach, uh, burning her clothes to basically show the end of her mourning period, and she started a new period with basically for T'Challa. So they do some scenes from Black Panther, and so when he was fighting, when they're meeting down in the lab, stuff like that. Just some moments with them, and then it goes into the credit scenes. The names are scrolling. It's like, okay, so we know it's going to be in credit scenes. So what is it going to be? And then it comes back. So it has Shuri sitting there, just remembering T'Challa, and then you see Nakia walking up with a little boy with her. It's like, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? And that's when introduces her. Say, this is your aunt. I was like, just the start, like everything just flowed through
Yeah,
your head at that moment. It's like they actually doing it, like and doing it respectfully. Like that's basically what somebody like. It's I know it's tough for them. That you have a character that, like when Chadwick first passed away, immediately for most people was you can't recast it. Like
right.
what he did for this world was amazing, hard to replace. And then you have as time goes on, it's like I mean but you need that role. Like you can't have constant Black Panther movies and have Black Panther in movies and not have T'Challa. Like
Right.
that's really difficult.
So,
But
yeah, they like I said, it's a win-win for everybody.
yeah, exactly. So like now the question is, will they do a time jump at some point to bring him up to like teenager or to early 20s, or will they just do like small time periods or something to that effect? But I think that the fact that they went with him being six, basically going with a young T'Challa, is yes, yeah. Yeah,
I agree.
they did it right. They did it right. It was yeah, and Feige we trust and Coogler we trust because dude, he's killing it with these Black Panther movies.
Yeah, like now that's what Coogler's fourth movie now.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
4 for 4 in the movies, man, so far. So he ain't
yeah.
missing. Like I said, man, I did not see that coming when that end
Mhm.
credit, and like you said, when she was like, "Yeah, this is your aunt," I was like, "Wait a minute, what's going on?" And so when she said his name or whatever, I said, "Oh, okay, whatever." His Haitian name. I was like, "Oh,
Yeah,
okay, that's son, whatever." And then like when right before it was already in, he said, "Yeah, that's my Haitian name. But my actual name is, T'Challa, son of T'Challa." I was like, "What?" Thank you. I said, Kevin Feige, thank you, man. Thank you. He
yeah.
heard the cries of the people. People
Mhm.
like some people saying they didn't want to, recast, which they did not recast. This is a whole new character, just with the same
Mhm.
name. So
Yeah,
that's a good thing.
yeah,
Like you said, they're gonna at some point age him up.
yeah.
I'm gonna be willing to guess that we're gonna get the older to young T'Challa. We're gonna
Mhm.
get the older version probably sometime in like Secret Wars or something like, or like sorry, not Secret Wars. Maybe Kane. Nah, probably Secret Wars. It's for Secret
Yeah.
Wars. I'll be surprised if he's in Kane Dynasty, but it's gonna probably be Secret Wars because Secret Wars are more of the multiversal war. So yeah, got about 5 minutes left, man. So what's the score you giving this movie, man?
8.5 since it kept making me cry.
8.5 out of 10. Okay, not
Yeah,
bad,
yeah.
not bad. Um, I'm gonna give it 8.5 too out of 10.
Yeah.
Like I said, very
It's
good movie. Very good
yeah.
movie. It was way better than like I would probably say it's number one right now for me.
Mhm.
Probably Shang-Chi. Um, I'll say Spider-Man No Way Home.
For the recent movies.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
just Phase 4 in general.
Okay.
I'm probably forgetting some movies in there somewhere. Uh, probably
Doctor Strange.
one. Yeah, I'm kind of on the fence with Doctor Strange. It missed a lot on that one. It,
Thor.
I thought I wasn't really feeling Thor. That was a disappointment too. Um. Oh yeah. Before we go, let me tell you the Rotten Tomatoes score. My bad. That's what I meant to do. So right now on Rotten Tomatoes, man, they got it at a tomato meters at an 84%. Audience is at a 95%.
Hey, I'm good with that.
Yeah, that's cool. I think it's gonna go up. Especially the audience is gonna probably go up. And
Absolutely.
I think a lot of that too, man, has to do with like you said at the beginning of the show, just the emotions.
Yeah.
Everybody. It's kind of like how Fast and the Furious 7 was when
Mhm.
Paul Walker died. I think it's like the highest grossing out of all the movies, out of all the Fast and Furious movies, because of that emotion that people were going in with into that movie, just seeing him for the last time in the movie. Kind of same thing here with T'Challa, man, or with Chadwick Boseman. So yeah, like I said, man, I give it an 8.5 out of 10, man. Great movie. I really definitely recommend y'all watch it. Like I said, Will seen it twice already. Gonna probably go see it
Yeah,
again.
man.
So
Yeah.
yeah. Um,
Yeah.
you got anything else you want to add man, before we roll up?
Yeah, just to let y'all know. All right, so when they're rolling the Marvel, that is a moment of silence. It's to be able to absorb what's happening. It's not a clapping time or anything. It's a moment of silence. Enjoy it. Take it in. It's just them paying respects to Chadwick, and just enjoy it. Enjoy it. So that's the only thing I got.
Speaking of which, man, let's do one more thing before we head out. We definitely want to pay our respects to the family of Kevin Conroy,
Yes,
the
yes,
voice of Batman
yeah,
for our generation for sure. He was in countless shows and movies and video game adaptations of Batman. Uh, One of the greatest voice actors of our generation. Like I said, a lot of people's Batman.
yeah.
He passed away at 66. Man, it was. I did not see that coming. They're supposed to be doing a new Batman animated show, and I think he was supposed to be the voice of Batman in that show. But yeah, just want to give a quick moment of silence for him, man. Kevin Conroy passes at 66, the voice of Batman. All right, guys. And with all that being said, it is your boy Real,
This is your boy Will.
and we will be back here again very very soon. Stay geeked. Go watch Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. And we'll catch you guys here again soon.